Good morning, Jaw. It's another day with Daze with Jordan the Lion. Did you think about that when you woke up? No, you didn't. You know what today is, Jaw? Today is the anniversary of Clark Gable's death. So, I think we should probably do something connected to him today. Oh, and I know exactly what it'll be. This is basically how it is every morning when I have my coffee. I have this guy scrambling around behind me, and then pretty soon I'll feel the paws on the back of my chair pulling my chair. There he is. Jeez. Like a psychic, aren't I? Well, they're doing something here at the dog park. They've had a tractor out here for like an hour, like putting these little holes. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's basically a muddy, wet mess because they've had the sprinklers on. So we're getting this out of Jaw's system today while it's not too hot and sunny. And then I'm gonna go, I told you guys a couple of vlogs ago that I'm putting together a like a movie location vlog, but I'm trying to do it at the appropriate times of the day. One of the places that I want to go to, I found I'm not going to be able to do it at the appropriate time of the day because they actually lock up the section I need. So I'll probably have to do it during the day if I want to use it. But I'm going to go and do what I wanted to do for the vlog today. There, I'm going to go try and grab one of the other locations for that movie thing that I was telling you guys about. And then tonight, the Screen Actors Guild invited me to see the movie Fences, which I saw the preview a month and a half ago or something, and immediately I wanted to see the movie. So when they sent me it, I immediately said, yes, I want to go. So so Nikki and I are going to go tonight, and it's supposed to be a Q&A afterward with the whole cast, and they mentioned Denzel Washington will be there, and Viola Davis and everybody, so it should be pretty cool. I don't know that I'll be able to film anything in there, but we'll see. This is kind of what I was talking about. We got here about 30 or 40 minutes ago, and some of our friends that were here said that this has been going on for 45 minutes before we got here, since they have been here, so we're giving up. Well, the house that we're going to today has a pretty cool bit of history, and it's right here. 7953 Hollywood Boulevard. And this house was built in the 1920s, but in 1934, when Carole Lombard and William Powell got a separation and then divorce, this is the first house that Carole Lombard moved into. And while she lived here, she dated Gary Cooper for a short time, and her main beau at the time was Russ Columbo, who I mentioned yesterday in the vlog because Poland Negri had given him Rudolph Valentino's ring, if you remember. Well, by all accounts, Carole Lombard and Russ Columbo were madly in love. And Russ Columbo was accidentally killed. What had happened was he was at a really good friend of his house, who was a photographer, and they were just hanging out, and they were looking at a gun collection, and the photographer had a book of matches in his hand, and he said he was playing around with this gun, showing Russ this gun that had a weird kind of trigger and hammer system, and they were messing with it, and somehow one of the matches, when they were doing it, got stuck in there. The gun fired. Russ like jounced to the side to get away from it, and the ball bullet ricocheted off of something and hit him in the eye, like hit him above the eye, above the left eye, and they rushed him to the hospital, and they couldn't retrieve the bullet from his brain, and Carole was actually supposed to have dinner with him. What's weird about that is that a lot of people actually kind of theorize what life would have been like if Russ Columbo wouldn't have died. Would Carole have ever started dating Clark? Would that have ever happened? Because her and Clark didn't start seeing each other until 1936. And speaking of Clark Gable, the reason that she ended up moving out of here was because she started seeing Clark, and this was a little too close to Hollywood, and they just figured that people were starting to talk, people knew, and Clark wasn't divorced yet or anything, so since they were seeing each other and this is the house that they were having their rendezvous, she thought it was a good idea to move away from here. She ended up moving over to Bel Air, this kind of secluded house on St. Cloud that we'll go to sometime. And Alfred Hitchcock, sorry. So noisy here with the traffic, I can't even think. Alfred Hitchcock moved into that house eventually after her. But she lived here from 1934 till 1936, and like I said, the reason that she moved was because she started dating Clark, and it was getting to the point where people were talking, people knew, and so she ended up selling this house, moving. Belinda Carlisle has since lived here. This house was actually on an episode of Cribs. Somebody had lived here, and they shot their Cribs here, so I actually found some pictures of Carole standing out in front of this place when she moved in, and then some pictures of Carole from the inside, so you can kind of see what it looks like on the inside. And if you type in the address, 7953 Hollywood Boulevard, you can find pictures of the inside. And there's actually somebody who was trying to rent or sell this place at one time who did a full video, not real accurate as far as what their historical facts aren't very accurate, but you can at least see what the inside was like. Some things have been changed since she lived here, but for the most part, it's pretty similar. And this is a pretty cool house next to it. I don't know anything about it, but it's pretty cool. So there you go. What an interesting place. First house after William Powell. She fell in love with Russ Columbo here, and then his untimely death led to her eventually dating Clark Gable here. Pretty remarkable how similar the house is from when she lived here. I mean, it's so eerily similar. In fact, you'll see some pictures of her from the inside, and you'll actually be able to see these windows. The same kind of windows. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a view from across the street. And that would have been Carole's driveway. Here for the movie, and I guess it's Christmas time already. Okay, we're lost. Oh, there it is. We're about to see Fences. I am so excited.
Viola Gable! And Denzel
Unbelievable movie.
in it, direct it, produce it. I said, well, I'll read it. Start with that. So I read it, and I realized that I had never read the play. I'd seen the play in the 80s with James Earl Jones, and Vance, and Mary Alice. We was there too. Which went on to become a soldier story, and there were actors I thought should have been in the movie that were in the play. One by the name of Samuel L. Jackson, who was in the original play, and Jim Pickens. They were in the original play, but they weren't in the movie. So I didn't say it at that time, but I knew this go round, if I had the opportunity to direct, I was going to go with the folks that got us there.
That's great, because that does not, Hollywood has a long history of not happening.
I'm from New York, so. I don't know. The other 9 plays, I made a 9-picture deal with HBO. So I already have the first screenplay for Ma Rainey. I can hear all the actors now.
They're all lined up. Viola, what was it like now to recreate this? And how different was it for you to go from the stage version, which you did every night, night after night after night, and then to film it?
She would go into the kitchen, but then I was going backstage. I wasn't really going into a kitchen. Now I was going into a kitchen, so in the movie, so I had to actually really, like, cook. He said, you know, slap him. When he says he's not going to the field, just slap him. I'm like, are you serious? He said, yeah, slap the piss out of him.
There were 4 letters, but
Yeah.
let's start with the P.
Yeah. Slap the piss out of him. I was like, okay. So I slapped him, and I went with that, and then Denzel said, now that's interesting. And then he said, Viola, I remember when we shot it, he said, it's not a monologue. You're doing this for him. If anything happens while you're doing that, let it happen, but it's for him. And suddenly it made sense. It's like one of those moments that actually, it woke me up. That's what was different from the play. Just, you know, the intimacy of it, yeah.
This is, and we saw the credit there, this is written, screenplay by August Wilson. And so, all the awards out there and everything, he could actually win these. When did he write this screenplay? How did that happen?
If there's 25,000 words in the screenplay, 24,900 of them are August. What my job became was, where would these scenes take place? So that was the real process of figuring out when we would be where. That's where, well, I'm going to say where it differs from his original screenplay, but like I said, the words are his. Where we did them is different than what he originally.
The first thing I want to do is be respectful. My mom would send us to school with love, respect, power, and a flamethrower. Right? You'll find out what that means, because I feel like the public is going to break my privacy, so I'm just going to have to open up and let you know who the hell I am. Okay? I want to come to Screen Actors Guild and teach a seminar so you can see how I approach character. Nobody does it like I do it. I learned from people who are no longer here, but I'll share it with you, okay? But I approached the character, I just followed August Wilson's words. That's it, and I'm a praying man, and the Holy Spirit gave me the interpretation. That's it, it's just as simple.
Rather talk first, because I want to see how she responds to whatever I say. You know, not how well she's been rehearsed. And she starts going into about these other little girls. She said, well, look, you know, these other little girls, they playing. She said, but I'm serious about it. She's like, I'm not playing. You know, I've been studying. I know it's about the. And I was like, oh, she's a little person. She's a grown woman that's talking like this. But she was serious about it. And that really impressed me, how serious she was about the work and how much she wanted it. Go ahead.
Well, like he said, I don't mess around.
I'm here to serve my family and my friends. And now, in this case, I'm here to serve August Wilson. So I'm in the service business. I'm here to lift them up, to lift August Wilson up. I'm good. I got enough. I don't need, you know, whatever's coming my way is all good. But who do you lift? And we all should be in the service business. Because you'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You heard me? Let me say it again. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take it with you.
It's a great quote.
The Egyptians tried it. All they got was rod. So it's not how much you have, it's what you do with what you have, and everybody has a different gift. I can't do what Viola does. She can't do what Jovan does. We can't do what this gentleman does. We're all different.
Well, I love the movie. I thought it was awesome. I think Denzel Washington did maybe one of the best acting performances I've ever seen. So go see Fences when it comes out. There's not a bad performance in the whole thing. I'm gonna call it an end to this vlog with one little tribute. Today was November 16th, and this is the anniversary of Clark Gable's death. 11 p.m. He was reading a magazine, sitting in a chair, put the magazine down, smiled, sighed, and died, according to his housekeeper. So, peace out, Mr. Gable, and if you're looking for an amazing movie to see, when Fences comes out on Christmas Day, go see it. It's not for everybody, but it's amazing. It was originally a play, and I could tell just by watching it was a play. Pretty much all takes place either inside a house or in the backyard of the house, and it's just a classic. It's an absolute classic movie, and Denzel Washington did an amazing job directing it, and beyond an amazing job acting it, and Viola Davis, same thing. Go see Fences. Vlog 99, signing off.